Hello guys, welcome to my channel. It's with Michaels. Today is the 24th of January and I'm making this market update sequel to the previous video I did with the market overview over the weekend, and I'm here to make a market update and then show you some of the things that I think have changed in the market and also the new opportunities that are there you can also capture, and also those that you should be waiting patiently for to take those trades. Okay, let me just quickly start with silver here. All right, so silver here, back in the channel, I did share with you guys some setups yesterday on the channel on the silver. Okay, and the setup here I got here was the fact that price was trading sort of like this. Okay, so the price was trading just like this. Okay, so I realized that this could be an ending structure. Okay, so this is also a similar structure that also appears on the 80 USD. Okay, so we have a huge uptrend, all right, followed by this ending formation here, and we have some sort of 5-wave, not that fast, okay, but overlapping structures at the end here. So I realized that this could be a 5-wave move, okay, but an ending pattern, right? So looking at this, and I just started drawing a trade plan that I could work out an ABC structure, okay. But looking at this, there could be a great chance that we might have just completed the C wave, okay, that I do not know, okay. And also what we should be looking at for is a possibility of a complex structure, okay. Either we've completed the C wave of this corrective pattern and we're looking at a complex structure of maybe WXY, okay. So but I don't know, okay. But what I'm going to do for this kind of structure here is that overall, realize guys, I said this previously in my last two overviews that I am bearish on DXY, okay. So DXY is still bearish, and if I take a snap look at DXY, you would also realize that DXY has also been bearish. All right, so with this, we've been more on a downtrend, and that could also continue here. Looking at here, without any definite structure for a bullish reversal here, we could continue downside. So what is happening here? I think it's profit taking. Okay, it's profit taking here, and what I'm looking at here is a possibility that silver may just take a retracement of a little bit and then make the high of a little bit. Okay, so those areas there is what I'm going to do first. Right, guys, so if I'm bullish on any currency against DXY, okay, so what I want to do is I want to wait for this retracement, and on this retracement I will long. Okay, so on this retracement I will long. This was previously key environment support, so this area could still act as good support for this kind of formation, okay, which we're looking at. So we could long around the 23.221, and we have a stop loss just maybe below the 23 area mark, okay. And we could look to target the X wave. So X wave, I'm going to use a different time frame, okay, higher time frame. I sometimes see the X wave go beyond this leg here, okay. So this leg here, sometimes X wave could go beyond this leg, and if it goes beyond that leg there, we could expect that we're going to hit around the 24,200, okay. But that's not going to be our point of concern. Our point of concern is going to be around the 2400 or 24, just slightly above 24, okay. That will give us a 1:3.08 risk to reward trade, and it's a good profitable position to be. And first, what I'm going to do first, okay. So next one on the list here, I did give out a signal here. So for those of you that have hit TP1, around this area here is a good area there to hit up TP1, and we have a stop loss or trail stop around the 0.9696, okay. 696 is where I have my trail stop because of this previous structure, okay. I don't know, okay, but what I do know is this is a probable trade, and I've closed TP1 first, and looking at this, I think we are still looking at possibilities of a continuation, okay, a continuation of this formation here. You know, previously I did share with you guys why I wanted to take that trade initially, okay, that long position I shared with you in my last two market overviews video. So here I'm going to continue upside here. So what's going on here, guys? I think we are looking at the possibility that we could have some sort of formation just like this. Okay, maybe this could be the C wave, this could be the D wave, and this could be the E wave. So there's a great chance that we might start looking for an expansion or some sort of more of sideways movements. Okay, initially what I was looking at for is I was looking at for a sort of pattern just like this, maybe an expansion here that you would have taken price, okay, maybe just much higher, okay, much higher, okay, maybe to somewhere around the previous extreme here, okay, before another expansion would come through. But I think price is definitely starting to show signs of an expansion here, some sort. Okay, so if that would be the situation for this market here, I will just wait for price to hit my short stop. Okay, I will not be in a hurry to make any trade decision here. All right, so early this morning we got a setup on USDJPY. This was a setup here. I also gave it out in the channel. Oftentimes these are very strong areas here, so price most likely will want to test back that area. But let's look at it on a different time frame. On a different time frame, we have it that we have support around here. So on a different time frame, we just might have hit that support or that resistance there. Okay, let's go back to 1 hour. Okay, to 1 hourly time frame. So this is a 4 hourly structure, and this is a 1 hourly structure. So if price would form another test of this structure, there is more likelihood that price would break through this point, okay, in the bid into testing the 1 hourly structure. All right, so whatever it is or whatever it turned out to be, guys, you guys should be ready and for that trade setup there. Okay, so I expect these to maybe test back this area here, and once that happens there, we could look for new price developments. All right, let's quickly take a look at the currency which we didn't really lay more of emphasis on, and here that's the UK 100 FTSE. Okay, so FTSE, I'm looking at FTSE currently because I was looking at this formation here over the last week. This was right from 19th, and I was looking at this structure. This is definitely a corrective pattern here, but for a corrective pattern to validate, either we're going to be having two of the scenarios. Either one, we have a double bottom, or we have price break through that structure, and on a reversal we can look to go up, believing that this corrective pattern could be complete. All right, I think that. So looking at the next one here, I'm looking at for BTC. I want to quickly do updates on all of this currency pairs here, or some of these assets here which I spoke to you about. If you guys watched my previous video about the pre-market overview, I shared with you guys this setup here. This was a structure we're looking at for support, and this is also validating. The next area we're looking at targeting for BTC is going to be the 24,800 area. Okay, 24,800 area. This also was previous structure. We had previous resistance here, and it's turned into support, and we could look at previous resistance somewhere around the 24,800 territory. Okay, for the next resistance there. Okay, so looking at that with other currency pairs here, we're looking at the USDT. Okay, the USDT is also one we could look at for a potential trade setup. Okay, so I think for USDT here, it's really crazy. Let me share this bit of light. Remember, guys, I did mention this kind of formation before, and I'm going to also say it again. So once it happens, it's either you avoid it or you plan against it. Okay, either way, whenever you have a failed to drop pattern like this, okay, whenever you have a failed to drop pattern like this and price goes into that pattern again, 90% of the time that this has happened, this area doesn't validate again. Okay, it doesn't validate. What happens here is that sellers have been able to come into the zone. Okay, and once they come into the zone, they are expecting buyers to look at these as block orders. So for those of you that are trading the block orders or the order block, you can be expected to buy off here. Okay, sometimes it does work, but 90% of the time over my research, it's just an hypothesis. It's not a fact. Okay, but over time I've done research on this, and this has oftentimes been the outcome. All right, so I think that whatever happens here, this is the start of a new drop. We could look at what could take price below this area for a discount. Okay, so we can look at the discount area. Either price would sit here at the double bottom, okay, to confirm the next move, or would take a discount. Okay, overall I think this could be the possibility for price, and price could do this, and maybe then we could expect the next rush to the upside. Let's look at this from a weekly scale, and let's draw some conclusions of this. Okay, so on a weekly scale, there is a great chance that we might actually be working out different scenarios, different patterns, but I think overall we are bullish. Okay, overall we are bullish on this, and while we are bullish, you can expect some retracement. Okay, and those retracements sometimes hit you guys of the market without notice. So we could look at the possibility that price could create another leg. Okay, so price could create another leg, or whatever it is. Okay, we could be looking at either a complex pattern. Okay, be it we could be looking at W wave somewhere around there. Okay, I'm not actually making this conclusion here. We could be having W wave down here and maybe Y leg down there. Okay, so this is just an hypothesis. It's actually a trade plan. So what you expect to do of the market is to wait for the best opportunities. Okay, when price goes crazy, avoid it. Okay, you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know what market is planning to do. Just simply avoid it. Okay, so when are we looking at confirming this statement? We're looking at confirming the statements once price does this one more time. I'm going to wait. I'm a very patient trader. I'm going to wait for this structure. If price one more time breaks through this structure, I'm going to set up an ultimate supply here. Okay, I'm going to set up an ultimate supply there, and I'm going to enter into a trade that can accommodate my risk. So if I have a supply there and price pierces through this previous point here one more time, and I'm going to have a supply there, and I'm going to short at any convenient position for me. I see a huge retracement, and I'm going to look to target this support down there first as my TP1, which I'm going to make at most, or at the least, I'm going to make half of that position, which is going to be about more than 1:1. Okay, so I'm going to looking at 1:2.3. Then I'm going to look at the discount area there. It's going to take a while for discount areas to occur. Sometimes it actually could be very fast, such as what happened on the Euro USD. Here it did happen here very fast. Discount came in and then price went back up before we having another stressed exit here. So it could happen very fast, or it could happen very slow. We don't know. So looking at the economic calendar with you guys briefly, we're looking at 10:30 p.m. or a.m. We're looking at flash manufacturing PMI and also the flash services PMI coming from the Great Britain. So here we can be looking at volatility coming in on Great Britain pound as well. So looking at that and just sharing with you also with the UK 100 or the FTSE, as you would likely call it, whatever you want to call it. I think this could drop one more time, and if this drops one more time, I think I'm going to label this as maybe any structure I want to, because I'm looking at this as a correction. Okay, so once it creates out below, I'm going to look at the next impulse at most to some certain Fibonacci areas of the swing for a very first take profit. Okay, certain Fibonacci areas of this for a very first take profit. And looking at this, I don't want to be fast as possible in this session here. I don't want this to go that lengthy. So looking at this, we did hit our target first, and that target was this area here, and we're breaking through this point here. For some traders that are looking at bouncing off this structure as support, resistance, turn support, it could work. But in other news, we're still looking at the AUS 200. Okay, and we're still looking at this, and we're expecting also this to set up nicely. Okay, we're looking at this and we're expecting it to set up nicely. The Australia 200 index, we are still expecting price to hit the resistance area, which is around the 7600 area, similar to what the FTSE did. Okay, so whatever your trade plan should be like today, it's best to keep tabs on the market, observe. Okay, make trade plans. Okay, make trade plans, and then plan your trade those plans. This was also another trade plan we had on the S&P 500. It was a completed target, so we take this off. Okay, so plan your trade and then trade your plan. Don't let anything hurry you in the market. Okay, don't let anything hurry you in the market. The fact that US 300 or the US 30 Dow Jones is going up doesn't mean that the S&P should be going down. It means that definitely we have different structures which price respects. Okay, so here for this kind of example here, I'm going to wait for the S&P 500 to maybe make another retracement. If that happens, then I'm going to be looking at some sort of corrective pattern around there, and I'm going to hop in on the next position for this kind of setup here. So this is complete. I expect price to stay here for a while before dropping down, because most times the wave B are oftentimes shallow waves. Okay, so this is A very nicely, and if price stays here and then shallows as a wave B before dropping down, I think I'll nicely be happy to wait for the next reversal, and then I'm going to hop this onto the straight to the upside. Okay, so with that, let's wrap up this session. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and also like this video if you have any question about the Elliott wave concept, and also how to count the wave count or do the wave count. You can also share it in the comment section. I will be glad to add that in my next video. All right, see you next time. I love you guys.